Well, I know Speaker Pelosi, I heard she's going to remove 4 former Democrat speakers. One of them was a Whig first and then moved to the Democratic Party. So all 4 Democrats who she believes she wants to remove them, the Speaker has the power to do that. Statutes are different, so she has the right to do that. But it raises another question. If the Speaker's concerned about that, should she also start talking about changing the name of her party and actually changing the nominee? Because remember, in 1977, Biden, what he said about the segregation policies, like busing, would mean his children would grow up in a radical jungle. Or in 1993, to support his crime bill, Biden said we have predators on our streets, that they are beyond the pale, and that we have no choice but to take them out of society. Then what about in 2010, while he was vice president? Biden made the decision to deliver a eulogy of the former Klansmen. And what do they call him? The Cyclops? Robert Byrd's funeral? But what did he say there? What did he say when he went to that funeral in 2010, when he was vice president of the United States? Where he calls him a friend, a mentor, and a guide. A friend, a mentor, and a guide. For those 4 Democrats that are speakers that Nancy Pelosi wants to remove, she never met any of those. She worked with Vice President Biden. She's nominating Vice President Biden. She endorsed Vice President Biden, who said at Robert Byrd's funeral he was a friend, a mentor, and a guide. So if the Speaker's concerned about that, I think she should be really concerned about the history of her party, of what her party has done. So shouldn't they change the name if they're going to be different? Shouldn't they change the nominee if they want to be different? I'm very proud of the history of the Republican Party. I'm proud of the fact that our first president was Abraham Lincoln. That's why I have his portrait in my office. I also have a portrait of Frederick Douglass. I wonder, what if Abraham Lincoln had not been assassinated? With malice towards none. Would we have ever had Jim Crow laws that were developed by the Democrats in the South? Would KKK ever have been developed? I mean, the history that we have, I want to make sure we learn from it so we do not repeat it. Nancy Pelosi has a right to remove those statutes. Not to remove the statute, to remove the portrait. But it also raises the question, I wish she would go further. She should start talking about who her nominee is and put the same standards to that nominee. And she ought to put the same standards to the name of her party itself.